General Laws Committee will come to order. Welcome to our last meeting of this 2026 session. And I want to thank the committee especially for all their hard work. And I want to thank our clerks. And before we start, I want to give our, I just want to thank Robin and George and Troy and Ashley, to our attorneys. But most importantly, we have a card for George because he's going to get some rotator cuff surgery because he's an athlete out there, and and we all want to thank you for all your hard work and wish you the best on Thursday. All right, that's enough of that messing around. Now it's back to work. All right, we have the first report is from it's Chair Delaney, Professions, Occupations, Administrative Process Subcommittee report. I think you have 3 bills, right? Oh, do you want to do roll call? Okay, one last roll call. We're going to, George, hit it. Is everybody? All right. The clerk will close the roll. We have 20 present. Thank you very much. And now we will go to Chair Delaney's, and she's got 2 in the first block.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. So there's 2 in the uncontested block. I will offer those in a block if that is the committee's wish. So first we have Senate Bill 125, patroned by Senator Favola. This bill addresses the Children's Ombudsman. It expands the office's access to certain records and reports and allows the office to report certain complaints to the Office of the Inspector General. This bill also addresses required report findings and recommendations related to failures by state agencies to protect children to the governor or the General Assembly upon request, and such reports that are made to the General Assembly, we will receive those. The bill makes certain changes to the office's reporting and recommendation requirements and amends several definitions that are related to the office. The next one in the block is Senate Bill 565, patroned by Senator Sturtevant. This bill expands the scope of chapters 127 and 133 of the Acts of Assembly of 2025, which increase certain claim limits and license threshold amounts to apply to any claimant who filed a verified claim with the Director of the Department of Professional and Occupational Regulation on or after June 6, 2024, for recovery from the Virginia Contractor Transaction Recovery Fund, and whose claim was approved by the Board of Contractors. And those 2 were recommended.
That second one has an amendment?
Oh, yeah. So on that one, I move the amendment.
Do we have a second? It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We have got a block vote, and do you want to move the block?
Mr. Chair, I move those 2 bills in a block.
And it's been seconded?
As amended.
All right. We have the clerk will open the roll for Senate Bill 125 and Senate Bill 565, which reported uncontested. Okay, the clerk will close the roll. Those bills report 20-0. Chair Delaney.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next, we have Senate Bill 258, patroned by Senator Pekarsky. This bill prohibits discrimination under the Virginia Human Rights Act on the basis of menopause or periomenopause for purposes of non-discrimination in government programs, public accommodation.
This one also, let's move the substitute.
Okay, move the substitute.
It's been moved and seconded that we substitute. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
So, Mr. Chair, it does those things that I had named as along with employment, hiring, and reasonable employer accommodation. And it recommended reporting by a vote of 6-2, and I so move.
All right. Any questions, comments? All right. The bill's before us. It's been moved and seconded, and the clerk will open the roll. The clerk will close the roll. The bill reports 14-6 with the substitute. Chair Delaney.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next, we have Senate Bill 574, patroned by Senator Reeves. This bill clarifies that no citizen member appointed to the auctioneer's board shall have trained or experience as an auctioneer, be the spouse, parent, child, or sibling of an auctioneer, or have any direct or indirect financial interest except as a consumer in auctioneering. And the bill recommends reporting on a vote of 7-1, and I so move.
It's been moved and seconded. The clerk will open the roll. Clerk will close the roll. The bill reports 19-1. Chair Delaney.
Mr. Chair, that completes the work of our subcommittee.
All right, thank you very much. Great job. Chair Simon, Housing Consumer Protection Subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've got two bills that we recommended reporting. The first bill is Senate Bill 294. What we did with that bill is we actually conformed it to House Bill 1361 from Delegate Maldonado, which passed the House. We have a different committee. Passed the House 79-18, and so I moved the subcommittee substitute.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.
Okay, and then, Mr. Chair, in addition to the subcommittee substitute, we need to add a line amendment to that new substitute that will be a delayed enactment date to July 1st, 2027.
Do we have a
Keep the
motion?
bill aligned with the
All right, we got a
Maldonado
motion for the line amendment. And it's been seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
All right, we have the substituted bill with the line amendment for us.
All right, and so that what the bill does now is it provides that no termination of tenancy for non-payment of rent pursuant to the Virginia Residential Landlord Tenant Act should be effective unless the notice contains a written statement of charges and payments that include a history of billing fee payments for each tenant over the duration of the tenancy for the last 12 months for their utilities. Subcommittee recommended reporting with substitute by a vote of 10-0, and I so move.
Second.
All right, thank you. Do we have any questions or comments? And the line amendment, what is the line amendment to?
Line amendment is a delayed enactment date to July 1st, 2027 to give landlords time to come up with the forms they need to be able to comply.
Terrific. Thank you. Thank you, Chair Simon. All right, the clerk will open the roll. All right, the clerk will close the roll. The bill reports with substitute 20-1. Chair Simon.
All right, Mr. Chairman, next bill we have is Senate Bill 613, and there's a subcommittee substitute. I move the substitute.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Chair Simon.
All right, and what the bill does now with the substitute on it, it directs the real estate board to promulgate regulations requiring an applicant for a new real estate license to, I think they're going to actually, it requires them with the substitute to look at all the procedures for real estate boards and other boards regarding criminal background checks and look for ways to expedite the process of issuing the licenses. So with that substitute, the subcommittee recommended reporting with a vote of 10-0, and I so move.
Second.
All right, any questions, comments from the committee? The clerk will open the roll. Clerk will close the roll. The bill reports with substitute 21-0. Chair Simon.
That concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chair Simon. Great job this session. Now we have Chair Torian. You have one bill from ABC Sub.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. One bill from ABC Sub is Senate Bill 543, Senator Eric's bill. It is the marijuana and hemp production enforcement, and that has an amendment to it, and I so move.
The amendment's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. Chair Torian.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. SB 543 amends various provisions of law to increase enforcement and penalties related to the illegal sale of marijuana or marijuana products by persons licensed by the Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, the Virginia Alcoholic Beverages Control Authority, and the Virginia Cannabis Control Authority. The bill requires the Board of Directors of the CCA to create and require a decal for retail marijuana stores licenses to prominently display on the premises of such stores that allows consumers to electronically verify the validity of such store licenses from the board. It was recommended by the subcommittee to report on a vote of 8-1, and I so move.
As amended. All right.
As amended.
Thank you, Chair Torian. Do we have any questions, comments? All right, the clerk will open the roll. The clerk will close the roll. The bill reports with amendment 17-4. Thank you, Chair Torian. Great job this session, as always. All right, now we have our last subcommittee report. Chair McClure, Procurement, Open Government.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I have several recommended actions to report from the Procurement Open Government Subcommittee, which met right before this. First, I have SB 50, patroned by Senator Rouse. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move the subcommittee substitute.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, substitutes before us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. SB 50 as amended will expand the definition of lobbying to include influencing or attempting to influence local government action or solicitation of others to influence a local government official. Current law limits such influencing to executive or legislative action and soliciting executive or legislative officials. This bill would also require the Secretary of the Commonwealth to prepare a list of positions and names of local government officials to be revised at least semi-annually and make available to lobbyists to assist them in complying with the provisions of this bill. This bill also has a delayed effective date of May 1st, 2027. The subcommittee recommends reporting with a substitute and referring to Appropriation 6-3, and I so move.
Second.
Thank you very much, Chair McClure. Do we have any questions or comments? All right, the clerk will open the roll. And this bill is reporting and referred to appropriations. With a substitute. The clerk will close the roll. It reports 14-6. Chair Torian, oh, he's gone. All right. All right. Yeah, it's okay. 14-6. Good job. All right. Your next bill.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next, I have SB 326, patroned by Senator McPike. SB 326 would exclude roofing, maintenance, repair, restoration, and component replacement of existing facilities that do not involve modification to the structure from the prohibition on using cooperative procurement to purchase construction. The subcommittee recommends reporting and referring to appropriations 9-0, and I so move.
It's been moved and oh, the clerk will open the roll. The bill reports and is referred to appropriations on a vote of 20-0. And we have your final bill.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Finally, I have SB 575, patroned by Senator Reeves. SB 575 would exclude certain intergovernmental support agreements pursuant to federal law from provisions of the law under the Virginia Public Procurement Act that provide an exception for construction where a public body may purchase from another public body's contract if the request for proposal or invitation to bid specified that the procurement was a cooperative procurement being conducted on behalf of other public bodies. The subcommittee recommends reporting 9-0, and I so move.
Second.
All right. Any questions, final comments? All right. Seeing none, the clerk will open the roll. All right. The clerk will close the roll. The bill reports 20-0.
And thank you, Mr. Chairman. That completes my subcommittee report.
Fantastic. Great job. All of the subcommittee chairs. Really appreciate it. The committee, clerks, the lawyers, you guys are amazing. And do I have a motion to adjourn? It's been moved and seconded. We are adjourned.